Hey, how's it going? This is Michael Cruz, and if you want to know what is the one thing you need to focus on the most when building an online business, I'm going to share with you what that is in this video coming up next. Okay, so here we go. And first of all, welcome to this channel. And if this is your first time visiting my channel, make sure you hit subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any of my coming videos. I share a thing that has to do with how to make money online, how to build a profitable business on the internet, and really how to market, how to have a online presence on the internet. And ultimately, help people how to succeed and how to, change their lives, how to find freedom, how to create passive income, and really become the best versions they can be. This is what I help people do. So if this interests you, make sure you hit subscribe because you don't want to miss out on any of my coming videos where I actually where I share stuff like this that helps people change their lives. Okay, so let me go ahead and get to it. So what's the what's the only thing that you really want to focus on the most when building an online business? And let me tell you, when I started my business, this is something that my mentor taught me, is the one thing that you want to make sure that you focus on is on building an email list. That's the answer right there. And why an email list? Well, the thing is that a lot of people nowadays, they're relying on social media, and they're relying on YouTube, Facebook, and all these different social media channels. The thing is that you don't own any of this channels. You don't own any of these media profiles or accounts, right? Like, for example, you have a Facebook page account. Anytime if Facebook wishes to shut that down, they can. And guess what? If you're relying on that to create success, your success is gonna it's gonna be gone. The same thing on YouTube. I see a lot of people on YouTube, as you're watching this video, they're actually having a little issue with not being being unverified. That verification thing. I don't know if you saw it or not, but YouTube released an update about a lot of people with big with a big subscribers being unverified, and that actually affects the ability of their videos being viewed. So anyway, so YouTube decided to unverify a whole bunch of people that had big channels, and they had to go through the verification and appeal, and you just pretty much do all this work in order to get re-verified again. So if what I'm saying is that if any of these channels, any of this media account decides to shut you down, they will, because you don't own any of these accounts, right? They have the rights to do whatever they can. That's why you really want to make sure that you have your own platform. Like, for example, myself, that's why I have this blog here that you're seeing on the screen. I have my own website. I have my online presence. I have my own online home, because you don't have to rely on any of the social medias. If something happens to your account gets locked or they shut you down, at least you have some way of people communicating with you. The same thing when you have an email list, you own that email list. So somebody gave you permission to somebody gave you permission to email them. They gave you their email, their name. You can contact this person anytime you want through an email list. You can download all those contacts onto your computer, and that's your email list. Those are your contacts that you can communicate with about your business, about your offer, right? So this is why it's so important that you focus on building an email list from the get-go, because if something, whether to happen to social media, Facebook decides to shut down, Instagram, and you're relying on this to create success, at least you have an email list so you can communicate with people. Let me go a little further. So when it comes to an online business, when it comes to building an online business, there are basically three components that you're gonna really need in place so you can build your email list and really be profitable, right? These three components are the following. So I'm going to share my PowerPoint here. And the first thing is traffic. And what is traffic? Traffic is simply visitors, right? That's the main thing. This is like the gasoline to your business is traffic. If you go to a mall, if a mall's not getting enough visitors, enough people walking in and out, guess what? The businesses inside that mall, they don't get, they don't get sales, right? They don't make any money to pay for the rent, to to whatever, fund their dreams, right? So you need traffic in your business. You need visitors that are interested in something, right? Or whatever it is that you offer, right? And then the second thing you're gonna need is a squeeze page, and that's the page that you're gonna need to build your email list, meaning that somebody's giving you their name and email in exchange of something that you have to offer. So you need an offer of something that solves a problem, right? Let's say somebody wants to uh, build an online business. They want to learn how to market on the internet. You have a product, you have something, an ebook that shows them how to do it, solves their problem. Guess what? You can use that and use a squeeze page to build your email list. So the person's giving you permission to email them in exchange of the information that you have that's going to solve their problem, right? So you want to focus on building your email list, and you need a squeeze page, right? And then you're going to need an autoresponder. That will be the easiest way for you to communicate with people, is through an autoresponder. An autoresponder is actually a software that does pretty much, it sends automatic or automated emails to these people on your behalf. So you can send one email to hundreds of thousands of people in this, in this autoresponder at once, right? How incredible is that? You can also preset emails that's gonna go to this, to these contacts automatically, whether you're on vacation, whether you're sleeping. If you hear of people making money or earning any type of income or profiting online while they're on vacation, while they're sleeping, is because they have an autoresponder in place that is pretty much communicating with these people on their behalves, right? So these people, they have videos. There's a marketing aspect of your business. You have videos, maybe you have content on social media, maybe you pay for advertisement. Whatever your strategy is, they have autoresponder in place that's going to really send people email on their behalves, and they're building an email list, and at the same time they're communicating with their contacts, right? And that's basically the one thing you want to focus on the most, is this part right here, and building your email list. Because again, if something happens to your social media account, God forbid, you don't have an email list, you lost all those contacts, all that audience that you had on that page. That's that's too bad for you, right? Because you relied on these platforms that are not owned by you. You don't have any control. They can do whatever they want. That's why you want to really, when you're building an online business, you want to first of all have your own website, right? Have your own website and have your own email list. A lot of companies and programs, such as affiliate marketing programs, they give you websites, so you can start building your email list. So you don't have to create this part right here, the squeeze page. You do not have to create that yourself. You can just have a company, become affiliate of a company, and the marketing material that company gives you, you can connect that to your autoresponder. So even if you decide not to stay in that bit, in that specific program, and you want to do your own thing, at least you build an email list through that program, and you can keep that email list. That email list is yours because you created an account, and an autoresponder account. So all the name and emails that you got through the program's web page that you become an affiliated with, an affiliate with, goes to your autoresponder. All right. So hope this really makes sense about building your business online, right? And I hope you got a ton of value for this. So make sure you focus on this one thing, because it's very important that you're building your email list from the from scratch, right, from the get-go, if you're just starting out. Okay, so even if you already started, it's been, many months, many years, and you haven't done this part, get started today, because anytime they might throw a little update that might affect your presence on the internet, on social media. And if you don't have people going into your email list, you can lose potential, you're gonna lose all your contacts. So I want to make sure that you don't go through that like a lot of people have. Make sure that that when you're promoting something, make sure you get people on your email list, because that way you can stay in contact. And doesn't matter what happens to social media, doesn't matter what happens, YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, at least you got a way to communicate with your audience. All right, so that's the best way, because you can save a file on your computer with all your contacts, and you can keep safe, right? You have a backup of all your contacts, so you don't lose them. So again, hope you got so much value from this. This is Michael de la Cruz, and if you enjoy this training, I invite you to check out my #1 recommendation. Check out what I'm doing to build an email list to create a profitable online business from the comfort of my home that allows me to be there for my wife and be there for my loved ones and do the things that we love doing. You know, if you want to know what I'm doing that you can start doing today, check out my #1 recommendation below, and I'll email you the info. Again, this is Michael de la Cruz. We'll see you next time.